We almost didn't even start.
And there would be no healing project.
That's true. That's true. So, what is the healing project overall? What were we trying to accomplish?
So we were just trying to accomplish a safe
And
space.
why are we saying this? Is because we're at
1 year.
1 year of
Yes,
posting.
we're at 1 year. And we're remaking this video.
Yes,
So.
yes, because a horrible error happened on the other video. And that's why, so let's talk about it. Why did we make this? Because when we started off, we're dreaming, we want to, we're going to school, we're leveling
Yes.
up, we want to do these things. And what did that look like? What's that path? We're not just doing this to put ourselves out there.
We're not.
To, become famous.
No, this isn't about being viral or any of those things. It's about value.
We talked about that.
Yes, we really we wanted an authentic place where people can come and they can talk about their pain, their grief, their burnout, their path in life, their healing, right? How it unfolds. It's a lifelong journey. It doesn't happen instantly. It's not like you watch one video and like, shoom, I'm healed. And
yeah, we wanted that to be more of a communal space.
yes,
we found through different avenues. You losing your son Jordan. I lost my mother young, and also loss in family spaces, marriage, also pastoring, job, work, beyond work, kind of calling, all wrapped in, and then what that looked like walking through those moments, and what that looked like authentically.
Yes.
And we wanted to create space where people could feel that they had permission to begin a healing process. And we started off, you started off as a nurse in healing, in wound care.
Yes.
And those videos.
We did. It's kind of how it began, and people are still watching them. People are still asking questions about the guides and all the things. I've been posting them in our community page on YouTube, so people can find them there if they're wanting the negative pressure guide or the ostomy guide, because I'm still, every once in a while, it'll pop up.
You posted one like a couple weeks back, and people were reaching out to you.
Yeah.
I think you're always kind of blown away.
I am, because it's a small network of people that do wound care, and it's not something that's readily taught in school. It's something that you have to kind of get into that little small sect of nursing, that small little avenue, because it's not something that's taught throughout the medical field. Well, I have nurses I work with now that still say, I'm not putting on a wound back. Where's Ann?
Sure.
You come put it on.
That conversation led to then talking about professional burnout, and then the engagement from burnout. Talk about this year. What is this year? And you kind of have our cheat sheet over here, because we're about trying to get more authentic in our delivery and not being so. You're very script oriented.
I am scripted. I want verbatim. I want it to say, "Welcome to the Healing Project. I'm Ann, and this is."
Yeah, Matt.
And you're like, no. But we do want it to be authentic, where people feel like they're sitting in our home, they're sitting in our living room with us, and we're just having a conversation and being honest. I think there's a lot of things out there in the world and on the internet that it's just not honest. It's not. It is just a script and to get clickbait, and that's not what we want. We want it to feel real.
You feel like, oh, there's another thing I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm never gonna get to that. I'm never gonna get that six pack. I'm never. I'm working so hard, and I'm making B's in class, no matter what I do. I'm not making
that
A's.
Felt like a punch. Are you punching me?
No, that was directed to me, and while I was saying it, I realized. And Helica got her first B in class in her whole life as we level up in school, and it's been a real challenge for her. Probably
it's
more
not
than
okay.
Anything else. But we just want to create space where people realize it's okay to be where I'm at. It's okay to be vulnerable. I don't have to be stuck. We want to give people hope that there is resilience possible, that you don't have to get down in the rut again. You can have healthy like exit ramps that you say, okay, I don't have to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I can build resilience, and I
Well,
can.
because there are all the things that play in our brain. It my I gotta be comes from uh, the being raised that things need to be perfect, and in my brain things need to be perfect. It has to be 100% or you don't do it. I think I remember actually telling one of my children when they were small, Lauren, I would erase her homework if it was messy and tell her, no, ma'am, do it again. If it's not perfect, you don't do it.
Yeah, what trauma?
What trauma is
Good
that?
God,
Right? That's horrible.
that is
But
horrible.
it is
That's horrible
horrible.
advice.
It's
We're sorry,
horrible.
Lauren. I'm sorry, Lauren.
I am so sorry, baby girl. She's 34 now. She lives. She's okay.
Yes.
But I think I still have that in myself that everything has to be perfect
Right.
and
Right.
learning that things can be messy. It's okay to be messy.
I think a hard one was that two things can be true at once.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like
That was a hard one.
you can. I think for me, for you, I can be brokenhearted and still find joy.
Mm-hmm.
I can I can, be trying my best and still be okay if the results aren't
Perfect.
perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and still show up.
Mm-hmm.
I can still show up even if I want to hide and run away,
Yeah.
because we're under the pressure cooker. We got family members that are battling real illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Sawyer, your nephew, is just precious. I mean, he is awesome. My brother battling, and we've got things that we're working on. Their families, our families. We'd love to be closer to all of them right now. And
Yeah.
just this season of life, there's just
Mm-hmm.
a lot going on. So we could have easily just stepped away and said, no, this isn't, this is just another thing. But we don't want it to be another thing. We want it to be a community
We do.
of people to find a resource that maybe they're not ready to join a group yet. Maybe they just need some encouragement. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they need authenticity around these topics of grief and burnout, that we've really seen a lot of interaction with this year.
We have my aunt Rosa. She lost her husband, and she always sends me messages of thank you so much, Miha, for your videos and how much they encourage her. Uh, I sent our books to Papa in Tennessee, and he was so touched, and he sent them back because we didn't sign them and autograph them. Sent them back to us for us to put a note in them and sign them. So that was really very sweet of him. Um, a lot has happened in this last year. We think when this started, like we've had one graduate from high school, we've had another that's moved out of the city, kind of a little further away from us, and has kind of started a new journey for herself.
A son deployed.
A son deployed. Uh, that's scary with all that's going on in the world right now.
Grandchildren developing and
Grandkids growing up. I mean, just a lot has happened. We're still in school. We've changed positions, not necessarily roles, but positions. You've gone to New Orleans for a position on the weekends. I've switched to a weekend, shift job.
yeah,
Um,
while
just
attending school full
while attending
time.
school full time. So we've
Sure.
had a lot going on and a lot of change while having Sawyer and your brother sick. Maddie's given birth early to her baby. It's just been one thing after
I'm doing
another.
clinicals for school. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all going on, and at the same time, we still feel that urge and that pull to create.
A safe space.
Yeah, and
A
that's
safe
really
space.
what we want.
Well, and the healing project, it's such a it right now this is what it is. It's us having authentic conversation and being real about where we are, and not putting on a show. Like, I don't ever want people to say, I watched that and oh man, I could never. We're never saying, you what are you doing? Get out there and run a marathon. what are you
Yeah, we
doing?
want
Write a
people
book.
to. Yeah, this is about creating a safe space between us
Mm-hmm.
and this conversation.
And inviting people to join
That's
on.
right. So then they can self-discover and realize, hey, I possess these tools. I can start this project. I can go take a class. I
Mm-hmm.
can go back to school.
I
If
can grieve if I
I
need
can
to.
grieve, I can walk through loss. I
Mm-hmm.
can plant a garden.
I can be
Whatever.
burnt out and figure
Yeah,
out how
I
to
can
stand back up.
and recover. I can do the like whatever whatever it is. I am hesitant to use large or small because for someone doing something that it would seem to me to be very simple. For
Yes.
that's a huge win. That's a
Mm-hmm.
huge. So whatever it is in this next month or year, that is one step towards kind of holistic progress. That's a win.
It
That
is.
is a win,
It
and it
is.
should be celebrated.
It
And
is.
it's not going to be without challenges. It's not Life is not going to be without difficulties,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, and I reposted our first video today,
yeah,
and in it said, that I'm Matt, I'm Angelica, welcome to the Healing Project, right?
yeah,
And we just talked about the script that I forced us to do that you didn't want to do. It said, we're here talking about grief and burnout and caregiver roles and all of the hard things. And we just wanted it to be real, and that hasn't changed.
right.
That's still where we are. We still want it to be real, and we have accomplished a lot. I mean, like
Talk
we said,
about
all the
just
things that we went
engagement.
through,
Yeah,
but
just
engagement wise, like
and
we've
again, this is for people that are watching and like, okay, this isn't for us. It's just saying, look, just put it out there.
mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, if it's towards something good, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Talk about our engagement a little bit.
So we've had 494 videos, 22 of them being long form, that's 10 minutes or more, which is what this would kind of be. Over 200,000 views, multiple platforms, over hundreds of followers, comments, likes, and shares. We've had quite a few things that we've done. We've written 2 journals.
Yeah.
One is
You did a lot of the work. Let's be honest.
I did a lot of the putting it together, but your story is in there,
And
right?
again, this is talking about doing things. This episode is really encouraging our community to
Yes.
just jump off,
Mm-hmm.
because for a long time, like you had wrote down, and I've said this before, but you like if you put 100 things down and you do 90 of them, you only see the 10, and it's like I didn't do this, I did. But you had put down, you wanted to be published, you wanted to publish books, and these are proof of what you've actually done.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is if we're doing it and we're keeping it low tech.
Yeah.
We're not making these huge monetary investments other than just our time
Mm-hmm.
and creating those spaces. You can do it. Talk about the resource a little bit.
So the first was Healing in Ink. This is my heart, really. It's a journal. It's prompts and permissions, which is huge. It does go through every stage of uh, grief. And in the beginning, it tells you that this book is to be used as you need it. You can flip from one section of grief to another. There's no right or wrong way. But there are quite a few things. Writing a letter to your loved one, writing a letter to release the pain, being angry and writing it down, journaling prompts, different projects that you can do within, just so that you have a space to really work through. Journaling has such a huge release factor to
It's a
it.
therapeutic resource.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not able to sit down with a therapist, the next best thing that you could do,
Mm-hmm.
or like a trusted advised friend, but just to put it out of your system into some other system,
Mm-hmm.
it it literally takes away the power that it once held.
Yeah.
And if you're able to name it, you're able to take some of the punch away from it.
Yeah.
So it's really important.
So this is part of this is so in the back of the book there's a separate section just for guided prompts for grief, and it says grief is personal. It's not always loud or visible. It's tied to a single moment in time. Sometimes it's layered, sometimes it's silent. These prompts are designed to help you explore what you're carrying and where your healing might begin. You don't have to do them all, and you don't have to do them in order. Let them meet you where you are today. And then there's several prompts behind there that you go through. So it's a lot. And in here is kind of my story and your story on grief and what that is. And because grief is not always a person, grief can be a role, a job, a
Absolutely.
relationship. Sometimes, and this is may sound incorrect, but sometimes when a divorce or a relationship ends, knowing that that person is out there somewhere and that you can't mend it and you can't fix it sometimes is harder to carry than when someone passes and you
And,
can't get to them,
well, it's a
right?
constant reminder of kind of betrayal, and the betrayal isn't always that person. It's a betrayal of what you planned, the life that you had planned with that person,
Yeah.
and all the dreams and hopes that you had. Like, you do that together.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about, okay, what is the next? I've had to do class preparation for clinicals because it's wrapping up. I'm getting to the end. It's like, okay, what are you going to do post grad? What's your plan? And then you're going to, okay, well, oh, what does that look like in this state? What's that look like in that state? And this is much
Mm-hmm.
short. So we're making these plans together. Well, if that was to fall apart,
Yeah.
then I not only lose my best friend, I also lose now all those plans that I had
And the life
and,
that was
and the
there.
life that was there. And then you're constantly, it's like having to go back to a funeral constantly over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Um, until you build resistance and you can heal and absolutely, but you're absolutely right. It doesn't have to just be grief is not just experienced at the loss of a loved one.
Yeah. It's
It
not just a death.
it can be a closing of any door.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships are big ones, big meaningful relationships. If you're in some kind of career that feels like a calling, I
Mm-hmm.
can absolutely relate to that.
Yeah.
Just stepping down and having to make changes there as a pastor, just that was really, really tough. And
Mm-hmm.
so being able to talk about that, being able to share that, being able to share that space, it's
It's very,
valuable. And we want people to feel that. We want people to experience that. We want them to be a part of that
yeah.
and not just sit back and feel like, well, I can't do X, Y, Z. No, you can. We are. So you
Yeah.
can absolutely do that.
Absolutely.
We're encouraging you.
Yeah.
There's also a resource here for burnout.
Yeah, Burnout, Ashes to Embers. And this one was my second little project. So I feel like it's a little more refined, just a little more streamlined in this one. But it does a lot of the same formatting as the first. There are sayings, there are prompts, there are things to work through, there are different checklists, there's coloring pages, there's word searches, there's all kinds of things in here. And one of the things that I did in this one that I loved is in the back there are some cards that you can cut out and take with you. So there's burnout recovery tool cards, and then there are daily motivation cards. So drink water, breathe deeply, repeat. You were never meant to carry it all. Let something go today. Just different little cards that you can cut out and just kind of have. You can put them on your mirror. I'm real big about putting things on the
Yeah.
mirror in different places to see. And then just different prompts on things you can do to help move yourself forward. So I really love the Burnout book, and this is actually gonna kind of take you into your next step.
It is.
So
So where do we see this going from here? What does the healing project look like in the future?
mm-hmm.
One of the big processes is continuing to make those communities accessible, and we are working on a cohort uh, for burnout, really exclusively for men. It's going to be a limited engagement. It will be a live event. It'll be over Zoom, but it will be a live event, and we will have a set amount of sessions that are going to happen on a weekly basis, And we want people to be able to have resources in their hands, but it's also going to be a workshop so that you can discover those. So we see this process. We're putting this out there continually. You could say, well, are the numbers what you want them to be? Is this, that, and the other? That's not the point. The point is doing the work and putting the community forward so that today, this video's point is to encourage anyone that's watching this to go after it, to do that thing. We're going to continue to create unique experiences for individuals to join and be a part of. We're talking about an in-person meditation and stress relief day. Trying to figure out some of those, how that may work. But
and
just
I do
this is happening.
This is happening soon.
The recovery from burnout cohort is happening. We're looking to, hopefully in the next 2 months, we have a fundraiser for my brother coming up.
Yes.
Next month, or this month.
This
sorry.
month.
It's March.
Starts the 15th.
Yeah. So that's kind of our big project for this month. So we're hoping before summer to have this burnout cohort so that we can help some folks. And it'll be a short amount of time, probably a 4-week sessions. But that's one element that is springing out of, that's still in the oh Lord, that's still in the I didn't silence my phone. That is springing out of a part of the healing project, and we're excited about that. We're excited about what that looks like, what that's going to, what form it's going to take on in the future.
Yeah. And this year we do have 2 more journals this year. So one for blended families, for stepmoms and stepdads, because it's a really hard place to be as a step parent.
Yeah.
It's learning to navigate those waters, and it's not a how-to, it's a let's do together, because we still bump against it.
You are the authority of your life.
Of your own life.
And we want to just encourage you and give you that space to discover and take a breath and realize you're more capable than you even believe that you are.
For sure. So blended families will be one, and then the other is going to be kind of a faith and finding again. A lot of times when we go through grief, whether that's of a position or a role or a family or a family loved one, going through that loss can kind of take the wind out of your sails, so to speak, and your faith can really get pulled back in fear of, maybe I don't know the right thing, or I don't believe the right thing, or is this really real?
So there's a lot of people that are talking about deconstruction, with their faith, with some things that they come up, even at faith communities and what they experience sometimes within those communities. We've talked honestly about that. And I think we're going to have more conversations around that in the coming year. And what that looks like, I like to say it's possible to have a reconstruction of faith, not just a deconstruction, because people are like, well, I got to put this down and put that down. Have a reconstruction around faith, whatever that looks like. But that's cool. I'm excited about that. So we have some cohorts coming. We have
some new journals coming.
We are working towards next year. We're looking for opportunities to serve overseas. Those are big things that are coming. That's a part of the healing project, because we want, more than anything, we want to be able to go to communities and offer resources. As you're leveling up in your career in nursing, my mental health path, counseling path, we want to be able to come in and offer support
and real help,
not just take real help, real tools. Boy, I silenced that and it didn't work.
It's okay.
So that's something we're really excited about. That's going to be coming.
It is.
Anything else in the healing project that we're branching out?
So those are kind of the new things. This year, that's kind of where we are. Next year, we have a big long list. I always have a list of the things that are coming.
So we need to finish school.
We need to finish school for sure. School is number one, and I have a break this summer, and that's when the books are going to happen.
So if you feel like, hey, I'm not knocking it out the park, or I'm struggling, or I can't get started, or whatever, we just want to encourage you. This is 1 year in, and we just want to tell you that you can do it.
You can.
Dust yourself off, get back in the batter's box,
it's
take
messy
another swing
and
at it.
funky and crazy as it is, we're
Start
doing
another
it.
chapter.
That's right.
You get one life. You might as well go after it. You don't have to wait till you can quit your job, or wait till you have enough money, or wait till you
right.
Start the project now. Start the project now. We see this growing into a full non-for-profit venture. We see that especially foster children and things that are laid on our hearts. So we got a lot
going
that's
on.
coming, and we're excited about that. So,
but we do want to say thank you.
Absolutely.
That's really big. I mean, just thank you. We have some people that comment on our post on YouTube, and Miss Rachel. I've never spoken with Miss Rachel, but Miss Rachel comments on just about every video that we do, and always has something encouraging to say. So I just, especially to Miss, she's like our number one woohoo.
Yeah.
My nephew on TikTok is always commenting and liking and sharing and loving my sisters. So we do have some people that in our own family, in our own circles, that are big supporters of what we're doing. And then we have people like Ms. Rachel that we've never met, that is from YouTube, that just kind of comments and loves on us. And we're just really grateful. We're grateful to know that it's helping someone. And it's not, like you said, it's not about the numbers and whatever, but the more people engage and comment and like or whatever, that lets us know that it's hitting home for someone, and that they're seeing it, and it means something, that it's not just a fruitless venture.
All right, good. Let's wrap up. Anything else you want to hit? And we've talked about this going from, you love a script, and you love, like, have to have it. So we kind of have. Still has her talking
little
points.
notes.
But yeah. Anything else we want to hit before we leave this at a reasonable pace that people can watch?
No, for sure. I just wanted to say thank you. That's it. I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to you for putting up with some of my crazy ideas, and let's do this, that, and the other, and always willing to kind of do it, from dancing to doing all kinds of different videos, formats and different things. So I am grateful that you tolerate all of my harebrained ideas sometimes.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to what the next, what the continuation of this looks like. And again, today's video was simply just to encourage you.
Yeah.
1 year in, just do it. Go after it.
Yep.
Whatever it is, if it is something that is positive and builds you up or builds people up around you, that is going to be life-giving, take a step. Take that first dive. You're going to look like a fool. It's not going to be perfect. Just keep going in that direction.
100%. And we'll be your cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
For sure. If no one else cheers for you, we'll cheer for you.
We got you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.